In progress.
Okay. One thing I want you guys to know how to win, and mostly how to win is a reward and the reward system, what we call it, risk versus reward system. And this is how you truly win in trading, because we could win, 80-90% of trades, but if we win, let's say we want to win $100 a trade. Okay, and we're super happy and fired up to win $100 a trade. But then when we lose a trade, we just stay in a trade until it comes back to where we win $100. That's not going to happen every time. Sometimes it will go down to $300 you're losing. It'll come back and you'll win $100 if you stay in the trade like that. But sometimes what can happen is you can lose your whole account if you just stay in a trade forever to get back up to the place that you were at. So I want you guys to always think of trading like this. It makes more sense. When you first start trading, it doesn't make sense to you. But when you're trading over a long time, you'll go through it. And I don't want you guys to have to go through this over and over and over again. I want you guys to understand this now, that if you want to make $20 a trade and win, right? You got to make it, just set it up for yourself. Just set it up and forget it. Stop watching trades the whole time to go up $20, $30, and then you close it out. But then you're seeing some trades are down $50 and $60 and $70, all the way down to $100. Now, if you close out every trade at making $20, but then sometimes your trade gets to like you're losing $100, then that means that you got to win 5 trades and to lose 1 trade. We want it to be the opposite way. We want to be able to win less trades and make more money. What I mean by that is this. We want to be able to take, let's say we take 1 trade and we make $30. Okay. And then when we lose a trade, we need to lose like $30 at the most. That's a 1-to-1, it's called. But if we set up our system to where we win $30 and we lose $20 every time we lose, then that means that when we take 5 trades, we could lose 2 of those trades, or we could lose 3 of the trades, because 20 times 3 would be $60. But if we win 2 trades for $30, 2 times 30 is $60. So that means that we could actually lose more trades than we're winning and still break even and not be losing. So we want to have a reward system that's at least 1-to-1, meaning that if we want to make $100, we're going to lose $100. Okay, and so I'm going to show you guys that first, and then I want to show you guys, there's a way to trade, and I'm going to go over it with you, but I'm not saying this broker is going to be around forever. I believe the broker that we have now is going to last a long time, and it's a really good broker. There's real money in there. So there's real money being made. And, but I'm going to show you guys a prop firm that's been around for a lot of years where you guys could trade with a prop firm. That means that you put up a certain amount of money and you have to basically pass a test. Once you pass the test, then they let you trade their real money. And that's more of a realistic way to make a lot of money up front. Now, over time, you'll make a lot of money trading, right? But if you can master the prop firm, you could start making money right away. Like maybe in your first 3 to 6 months, you can start making some good money. If you have real money, it's always better just to trade real money and really understand how to trade. That's the number one thing. So let's go ahead and look over what I'm talking about. Okay. And I want you guys to write down notes. I'm also record this, but I want you guys to understand these concepts. I want you guys to understand how to trade the way that I'm going to show you guys how to trade, because this is the way that's really going to help you. It's really going to help you learn how to make money. So let me stop sharing. Let me go in, and I'm going to go to my broker account. And that's our trading account. That's the charts. You guys will be able to look at everything with me. I'm going to go to my demo account. And anybody that's trading new should always be on a demo account. We don't want to waste any money or anything, but okay. So now I am on my trading account, and this is what the back office looks like. In every trade that I take, right? I want to take a trade to where I have a stop loss and take profit. Even with the prop firm, you want to have a stop loss and you want to have a take profit. Right? It just makes sense. Okay, so let's just take a trade out the blue. Let's go to Telegram. What's the last trade the bot told us about? It was at 609 to sell SPX 300. We could take this one at 608 to buy gold, sell Nas at 602. So what I'm going to do is there's sales on SPX 500 and sales on Nas. I'm going to go ahead and take a sale. I'm going to take a sell on Nas. So what we do is we look over here for Nas 100. And if it's not there, then we put it there. And all we do is we go to this symbol right here and we say Nas, NAS 100. Then we just click on it and then it comes down here. So I already have it here because it's one of our big ones. So sell Nas. Okay. And I want to get in right away in the trade. Okay. I got it for 0.08 lots. Let's make it. I'm going to make it one lot. Just going to make it one lot. It's easier this way. Okay. So it's going up right now. And so I'm not going to get in right now because it's going up. I'm going to wait for it to start turning down. It started turning down. So I took the trade. So now when I started this trade, I was negative like $27 in here because of the spread of this trade. Right. So you have to, every time you start a trade, you're down a little bit and you have to make that up. So always remember that. Now, I'm already in the trade. I want to get in, right? But now I got to make a stop loss and take profit. So I'm going to click in right here. It says stop loss. I'm going to click this little line right here, and that's going to double click it, and that will allow it to open up and me to switch up the protection order. Okay. Now I want to have a stop loss. How much do I want to win? Is how much that I'm willing to lose. Okay. So I'm willing to lose $1,000 on this trade. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put in that I'm willing to lose $1,000. See, it's already at negative 63. It was just at positive $5. So if I do something like, I got a lot of lots on here. So if I say $100 to lose, $100 to win, I picked the wrong lot size because this is too fast of a trade for me. So I need to do something. If it's moving at 40 or 50 in a couple seconds, I need to be all the way up to like 1,000, because even 400 I could lose real quick. See, now it's positive $10, $27, $28, right? Because the bot called this out. We already knew we were going to be winning on this trade. $50 up, $60 up, right? So I'm going to go ahead and make this. Let's do $500 up and down, okay? So I have to change this to be $500. Now I could push this plus thing. I know that I'm selling, so this number on the stop loss needs to be higher than what the trade is. The trade is at currently $20,345. So I need to be higher than that to have a stop loss. Okay, so what I do is I just go to this number of the hundreds and I just change it to like 300 up. So if it's at 20,343, I'll say 20,600. Okay, what does that do? that changed this number, the projected loss. I'm trying to get to $1,000 projected loss. So now that I know that $300 up is too much, I'm going to go $200 up. Okay. Now that's still too much. Now I need to go what? $100 up. It is at 2338. So now we're at 2443 and it's at $1,000. Perfect. I can modify that right now, but I don't really want to modify it yet because I have to change the other one. So now if it's $100 up from here, all I got to do is change this one $100 down. $100 down. It was at 2,342. Now I need to be at 2,242. And I'm going to modify. Okay. Now that means that if it goes crazy real quick or some news events happens, which we're seeing a lot of, because Donald Trump, every time he talks every day, something crazy happens to the market. And he said yesterday he was going to talk at 11:45 in the daytime, our time, and he talked at like 5 o'clock our time. So just you can never avoid this president talking because he can talk whenever he wants to. He's the president. So just be careful that any news events can happen. And that's when the market really tanks or goes up really fast. So you need to have a stop loss or take profit so you don't get wiped out. So now we have a stop loss, take profit. We're up in money right now. You know, sometimes people get happy. They say, oh, I'm up $200 already. I might as well just jump out of this trade. I'm up, right? But we're going to stay in this trade for some time. So that's how you do a stop loss. Let's go over how to do a stop loss and take profit, but the other way. There's a way to do it just in the front. Now, gold went up $24 today. We're going to go ahead and buy gold. We're going to be like Lakana. It's a momentum trader. We're just going to take the trade where it is. We're going to have it at 5 lots. We were at 1 lot with the other one. We're at 5 with this one. Okay. And we need to put a protection order because this isn't moving as fast as the other one. So we're going to put a protection order right now. Now we're going up. We want the trade to go up. So then our stop loss needs to be down. So 2916.47. Well, with gold, we want to change which one? We want to probably change the 10. So if we put 2 right here, what would it do? Or we need to go down. So we need to put 0 because we want to go up now. So if we went down $10, that means that there's $5,000 that's going to be in here that we can lose. Okay, so we don't want that. So turn that back into the 1. And now go to where the 6 is. And then go ahead and put a 4 here. How much is that? That's still too much. So that would be $2 up. So let's go ahead and put a 3 here. Okay. And if we put a 3 in here, that would be $3 down, actually. $3 down. So now we want to, let's go in here and say 99 cents. Now we're a little closer. So we need to basically go up $1. So let's go. There's a 3 right here. We want to put 4. Okay. And then we're going to have to change these cents over here to 50 cents. Let's see how much that is. Okay. So that's $1,200 that we can lose here. So let's do 70 cents because I want it to be 1,000. This is how you're going to manipulate the trade like this. Okay. Then you're going to go to your take profit. We haven't even got in the trade yet. We're just making sure that we have the right money down here. So when we win, it'll be 1,000. So this is close. 1,200, 1,100. It's moving real fast. So we need to go ahead and lock this trade in right here. Now we're in 2 trades. Okay, gold started out $260 down. That tells you right away that we picked the wrong stop loss and take profit. We were already down $200-300 already before it even started. So go back in here and you need your stop loss to at least be like $3,000 or something. 2,000. Let's do 2,000. 2,000 is really too fast for this, but just because of our that we're already in the market, We're just going to go ahead and do that. All right. That's close right there. And now we're in great profit. We're winning on both trades. And somebody might say, well, all today that I wanted to win for the day is like $1,000. Well, we're up $700 right here. We're already up $700. Now we're going up. Look, both these trades together are winning, and we're going up, 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 and away. And somebody might say, all I want is $1,000 a day. You can wait for these to close out if you want to, but all I want is $1,000 a day. And I'm hoping that I can make $1,000 a day. And then I'm going to hit this button right here and close out every trade that's on here. Okay. If it goes up to 1,000, it went back down the other way. So how do I close out this trade? The way to close out any trade, let's say I want to close out this Nas trade, then it's already going to close out if it goes the way I want it to, or if it goes the wrong way on those stop losses, right? But how do I just individually close out a trade? Well, you're going to go right here and you got to scroll over. Anytime you scroll over either trade, at the end of the trade, there's an X. At the end of the trade, there's an X. If I want to change the stop loss or change the take profit, I got to scroll over the number that's already there and click on it twice, and it opens up, and then I can change stuff in here. That's called to modify the trade, right? But to close out the trade, I got to go right here to this X, and I got to hit it, and then it says close position. Now, one thing that's cool about trading, and you guys might not know, you guys could trade or get out a part of the trade. Let's say I wanted $200 and it's up $400 on this trade. I could basically put 0.5 and it will close out half of the trade for me. And I'll have $200 and then I'll still have money riding on the trade to continue. And that's in all brokers. Now, look, if I would have had $1,000 on gold, how fast it went to that $1,000 is because it's at 5 lots. That means for every cent that this trade moves, I'm making $5 on it. Every 1 cent. So if it goes up 50 cents, you would have to say $5 times 50 cents. If it goes up $1, you would have to say $5 times 100. Okay. So I'm not going to close out a trade yet. I'm kind of letting them just run wild here. And, you know, that's a great, great thing, because we'll come back and we'll see if we win or lose in a second. But with 5 lots, you shouldn't even be at, you know, $2,000 up or down. You need to be at like a $5,000 up and down. You have to be willing to risk $5,000 or make $5,000. Well, who would do 5 lots? 5 lots isn't made for a $10,000 account. You know, 1 lot isn't even made for a $1,000 account, because think about what we're doing right here. For 1 lot, we're in a $10,000 in our account. And basically, we were just, you know, making 1,000. We were trying to make $1,000 with both of them. Well, if we make $1,000 on a $10,000 account, that means we won 10% of the whole account, which means we could also lose 10% of the account. What we want to do is either win or lose 2%. We never want to lose more than 2% on any trade. So if you just take 1 trade a day with me, you know, you want to focus on winning or losing 2%. So 2% of $10,000 is what? $200. So if you have an account for $10,000, you should be focused on winning $200 a day. $200 to $500 a day is the most you should be focused on winning. And then you should stop trading that day, right? And the most you should ever lose on an account is 2% a day. 2% is the maximum drawdown, the maximum loss that you ever want to take. You never want to take more than a 2% trade for a loss. Now, sometimes you are going to make 5 to 10% on a trade day. And what you're going to do on days like that, you're going to go in here and say, I'm willing to lose $1,000. But then I'm not going to put any take profit. Sometimes this is how I trade the most. I don't put a take profit every time. I always put a stop loss, but on the take profits, I'm not going to always put the take profit, because it could just blow by this $1,000 if it goes in the right direction. And I don't want to be protected if it goes fast to this. I don't want it to close out the trade. What I do is if I want to make $1,000, I won't have a take profit. I'll wait for it to get past $1,000. Let's say it gets to $1,200. Then I'll put my stop loss at $1,000. So if it goes back down and I'm only winning $1,000, then I have a stop loss that will close me out of the trade and I'll win that amount of money. Let me not blow that by you. You know, this is what some people are missing on their trading strategy, and they, just get 1-to-1, $100 or $100 loss. What I'm saying is always set up your stop loss. Okay. That's the 2%. If you're going to make more trades than just one trade a day, then make your stop loss like 1% of what your daily loss will be. So you could at least take 2 trades. Let's say you lose your first trade and then you can get into another trade and you could try to get that 2% on the second trade. Now if you get 2% on the second trade, you lost 1% on the first trade. Now you're what? Now you are up 1%. You take another trade for 2% or 1% to win, or 1% to lose, or 2% to win, then now you're up 3%. And you take 2, 3, 4 trades a day with me in the morning, or take it according to the bot, and you're good for the day. So that's something that you guys have to figure out how to set up these things. But if you're over what you want to take profit with in the beginning and you don't even have a take profit, then you turn that profit that you wanted into the stop loss. So then if this was going in the right direction, right now it's at $424 I'm winning. Okay. Let's say it goes over $1,000 and it's at $1,200. Well, I could change this to say that if it goes back to $1,000 profit, then I get out of the trade. Okay. Instead of putting it right here on the take profit, I would put it on my stop loss. So I would just change this stop loss to the take profit. So I would go 20,243 for the stop loss if it was in that area. Then that means that if it goes back to where it starts going in the wrong direction again, at least I made what I was going to make on that first take profit that I wanted, that $1,000. What you don't want to do is be up, like, let's say we're in this trade and we're up $2,000, right? And we just stay in this trade all day. Okay. We don't set our stop loss. We don't take a take profit, and we just stay in this trade. We're up $2,000. And then guess what? It goes back down. You go to the bathroom, you go eat real quick, you come back to your computer, and now you're down $1,000, but you were just up $2,000. That's trading by greed. And that's not going to get you to where you want to go. What you want to do is set up a 1-to-1. If you're willing to lose $1,000 on this trade, you're willing to win $1,000 on this trade. Okay. But we always want to make more than we were going to lose. We always in our mind are thinking that's why you don't have to put a take profit. If you're by your computer monitoring this, you don't have to put a take profit. All you do is, as soon as it gets past what you want it to be, like if it's at, I want $1,000 on this trade. When it gets to where I'm in profit right here, $1,100, then I go into the stop loss and I put 2 right here for the 4. And that will mean that I can only win money at that point. I can't lose, because once it goes back down to where I'm up $1,000, the close will trade out for me. It will close. And that's what we want to do. Okay. So this is what we're looking at. This is how we do stop loss and take profit. This is what everybody needs to put a stop loss on every trade they ever do. Just make sure it's the number one way to really make money is to have a risk reward system. Even if you're using the bot correctly, everything, you're winning 90%, 98% of the time. If you take a loss that's bigger than, you win it 9 out of 10 times. What do I mean by that? Let me put it in mathematical terms. If you win $100 9 times, okay, you're going to make $900, right? Ricky, my cousin Ricky always says, show them the math, right? So it's like if you win 9 times and you won $100, now you have $900. But if you lose one trade for $1,000, did you win or lose? Let's look at it. You took 10 trades. Each trade that you win, you won $100. That's $900. But the trade that you lost, you just kept on letting go, 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 go. And then you closed out at $1,000 because you were like, I'm not going to lose more than this. So now you did 10 trades, 9 of them you won, and you made $100 on 9 trades. That's $900, and you lost 1 trade and lost 1,000. You're at a 90% win rate, but now you just lost $100 more than you won, and you only lost 1 trade out of 10. So you don't want to trade like that. Trust me. So we're right here where I want to be at. I want to be at $1,000 winning. And so hopefully you guys took these trades because we looked at the bot. We just took bot trades. So everybody could have took this trade and been up like this. But we're looking for this to go to $1,000. I just want $1,000 on, one of them. So now that I have $1,000 on both, I might just be done trading today, right? Or I could stay in these trades and let it go up to $2,000. That's what I really, really wanted to do. That would be the most successful day. But I
Hey,
could
Lonnie,
also trade more trades today. So I could
Lonnie,
wait for it to go to $1,000 and close out and then get back into more trades. So right here,
Lonnie.
this is where I want to be at. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm in profit, and I'm on my laptop. So I don't know where to close. I'm trying to
Close
close.
is right here. It's this X button right here. Close all your trades right here with the X button. Okay.
Wait, move your cursor. Let me see.
Right here.
Where?
This X right here on the right. You don't see my hand movement?
Okay, I see. I see. Okay.
So that's how you close out every trade that you're in right here. You close out with this X. Or if you just want to do an individual trade, you hit the X right here at the end of the trade and you close out. That's how you close out. So hit the X at the end to close out an individual trade. If you just want to close everything out at once, you just hit the X right here. So I'm gonna wait for this to okay. It's where I want it to be $1,000 something. I'm gonna wait for it to go up to like 1,200, and then I'm gonna close out. I might get like 1,300 or 400, and I'm good. This is where I want to close out all my trades, right around this area right here, and there it is, 1,200. I gotta wait for it to go back, and then I'm gonna close out again. So, and now I went the other way. So you have to do a 2-button closeout. They don't let you do a 1-button because then you might mess up. You might mess up the trade, right? At this point, I don't even want to close out both trades because the other trade is in loss, the other trade's in winning. There it is. That trade did what? What did that trade do? Did anybody notice what just happened? I wasn't able to close out the other trade. It closed out itself because I set it up to win $1,000 or lose $1,000. It just went up $1,000, so it closed out itself. That was cool. That's what we really want to happen on the call, for it to close out itself, right? So that trade closed out itself. This trade is still going because we have a stop loss of $2,000 or make $2,000. So this is okay. Lakana just gave me a high five and a thumbs up. She just won her prop firm account, and so now she's in real money on her prop count. And if people don't have a lot of money to start out trading, then it's advised to be in a prop firm. In a prop firm, you beat a test, and you can come in as low as $50 or $30. You can come in and get an account worth $5,000. Right. So for $50, you can be trading $5,000 worth of money and making $5,000 worth of profits on your account, which is a beautiful way to trade because all you could do is lose $50, and nobody's mad at losing $50. That's something we go out to dinner with. One person sometimes spends $50 on themselves, or maybe a couple spends $50, on a dinner. But and then you could also buy an account for $100,000, and that would be like $1,000 or $800. You would get $100,000 worth of money. Why is that important? Because you just seen that I'm trading with $10,000. If I switch this to $100,000, right, I would be making 10 times as much. We could have just made on that $1,000. We could have made $10,000 on that trade right there. Because now I have $100,000 in here, and I'm trading, and I'm saying, hey, give me $10,000 or let me lose, 20 or let me lose $2,000 on this trade. It hasn't even lost the $2,000. The other one won the $100,000. So we're looking good. It is getting near that $2,000 range right now for the second trade. We could have closed out with both of them were in profit, but we're still in. Let's look at the market. So I'm going to put that's a separate video for take profit and stop loss. Everybody needs to start doing that every trade, at least a stop loss. If you're going to monitor the trade, you don't have to put in a take profit, but you need to put in a stop loss, because I'm tired of people losing too much money, and it's not working for them because they're sitting here and they're getting frustrated. They're like, man, why when I lose so much? Why when I win a little? Like, no, set it up so where you lose and win the same amount. And you'll always win with our system because it stays in 80 to 90% win totals all the time. So as long as you have 1-to-1, you're winning, or 1-to-1, you're losing, you'll come up. Like, that means that all you have to listen. Let me explain this to you. This is how easy trading can get for you in your brain, right? And there's videos in the back office that have risk reward videos on our back office that you can watch today. You should. But it's so simple that if you win $100 or lose $100 every trade, you set it up like that, or set it up for to win $1,000, lose $1,000. All you have to do is win 51% of your trades. So all you have to do really is push a button, and you're already going to either be at 50%. Like, even if you don't know how to trade, if you push a button, you got a 50-50 chance of winning the trade. Even just if you don't know how to trade at all, you have a 50-50 chance of winning or losing a trade. It just closed out and we lost that trade. So you have a 50-50 chance to win every trade. Always think like this. So as long as you have a 1-to-1 ratio, all you got to do is win 51% of the time, and you'll make money trading. And that's what people never understand. They can trade for their whole life and never get that clue. And that's because of the break-even principle that I teach you guys on the risk reward videos and things like that. But, I want you guys to really understand that concept, that all you got to really do is push a button. There's a 50-50 chance that you pick the right way. That's it. Even if you have no strategy or nothing. Now, the more indicators you use, the more the percentage is going to go up, right? The more strategy you understand, the more percentages are going to go up that you're going to win. And so that's what we do. We're using 6 different indicators plus the price action, which everybody uses price action that ever traded. Some people, that's all they use is price action. They don't do anything else but that. That means that they're setting up support and resistance zones, right? So our robot does price action together with the 6 greatest indicators. That's how we get all the way up to 90% on one of our trading styles and 84% on the other. It's really, I always got to give God the glory, because God gave me these strategies. I was praying to him and saying, God, just give me a strategy that really wins. And that's why I got those 2 strategies from God. But so that's how you take those trades, right? That's how you understand. Now, I want you guys to know other things about trading. This is a demo account, so you can look at your trading dashboard right here. Does everybody see where that is? Click on that, and that tells you if you're winning or losing. There's an error right now. I don't know why. Let's try to refresh this whole system, see if we can see it. Yeah, so right here is a trading dashboard, trading journals. These are all the trades we ever took. This is if they're plus or negative right here. This is what you need to look at. This right here just tells you, did you take a trade for a sale? If you took a trade for a sale and you won, that means that this is going to be a negative and this is going to be a positive. So if you look at some of the trades we took right here, 500, 100, $2,000 win, $400 win almost. Then we lost right here. We lost right here $82, 169, right? $1,000 winning. Right here, we won 1,000. These are our last trades, are always at the bottom. We won 1,000, we lost 2,000 right here, right? So this is just a demo account. You want to be able to track. This is your trading journal. You want to be able to track your win and losses in here. The trading dashboard is cool because it'll tell you your win rate. It'll tell you how much you're risking versus how much you want to win. And it tells you your net loss and all that stuff, right? That's pretty cool. All right, we want to look at a prop firm right now. And this is a prop firm that I'll give you guys a link to. And you guys just sign up because if you need any help to correct something, we want to be here for you. We're not this company, and we're not telling you guys to put your money into this company. We're just saying this is another way how to trade. We want you all to start out trading in a demo account. Once you learn how to really trade, then we want you to trade real money. That's our goal. But some people don't have enough money to make the money they want to make trading. So what do I mean by that? Okay, some people, they want to make $1,000 a month. Okay. But if you have $1,000 to put into an account to make money, that $1,000 is going to take you a while to build that up to make $1,000 a month, right? Because you really need to think about trading like you want to make 5 to 10% a month of whatever you have in your account. So if you want $1,000, you need to say, hey, I need to put at least $10,000 to $20,000 into an account to trade. Okay, so if you only have 1,000, then you're gonna have to build that 1,000 up to get to 10 to 20,000, which isn't gonna take too long, but it's gonna take a little bit of time, right? With the prop firm is different. If you have $1,000, it's very simple for you to make $1,000 a month on a prop firm because you could take that $1,000 and you could basically only use 300 of it to get into a prop firm. Well, what do you need? I just said to make 10%, you need $10,000 in an account. So you could actually do like a $25,000 account with a prop firm. And I think it's like $180. I have to give you guys a code. I think it's like $156 or something. So now you're going to get an account for $25,000. Now it's possible for you to start making, $2,500 a month. It's possible for you to make $1,000 a month really simply with a prop firm, even being very conservative when you're trading and you have an account for $25,000 and all you paid is $150. So that's why we do prop firms. That's why we teach it. So let's go to a prop firm we know about. And, for experienced traders, it's cool to have a prop firm because you can basically make it so you lose 2% a day or win 2% a day, and you can beat the challenge really quick because all you got to really do is make 10% and then you beat the challenge. Now you're in real money, and any money you make after that, you can basically take out. So it's very easy for you to at least take out the money that you put in. So we're going to talk about the one that Lakana found. She did a lot of research on it. And then after she found it, I did a lot of research on it. We had some other ones in the past that shut down, and it was because of Russia went into war with the Ukraine, and Biden said, because he did that, he started banning some of companies from Russia. And it's so crazy. This is when I found out this, but nobody knew this. The number one trading software for brokers, how to trade, was called MetaTrader 5. It was the way that everybody in the world is able to trade. Instead of you trading at an office, where you have to be in a company with people, the old way you had to trade, sitting in an office or sitting in the stock exchange in New York and trading. Now, because of MetaTrader 5, it made everybody, allowed to trade. And that's a big thing. But that MetaTrader 5 was created and developed in Russia. So when they broke out with war, like a year into the war, America said, hey, we're going to ban some of your guys' services. We're going to take some money from you guys and ban some people from moving around the world because of this terrible war. And one of the things they did was ban MT5. And, if you were trading with me back then, that made it so all the prop firms went out of business because they had to switch their software and there was no good software back then. But now there's good softwares, web traders. There's different things that came up now that they don't need MT5 anymore. MT5 just works seamless with the with the with all trading platforms. So now different trading platforms have their own. So here we go. We have something called Think Capital, and this is an American company. There's another one called Think Trader. That's who they really go to. It's a big, super huge company. But guess what? Trade Think Trader can't be operated in the United States. So then they came up with this company called Think Capital that basically works in the United States and uses the same software as the one that uses MT5, and they're banned from the United States. So it's just a workaround. It's pretty crazy, but you look at the Trust Pilot. Let's look at the Trust Pilot first. And none of these things are going to be perfect for a prop firm, but what you want to know is if it pays out or not, because a lot of people hate prop firms because they'll lose and they'll lose their money. Even in real, accounts, they'll lose their money and they'll like complain about how they lost money. And most people, unless they got a real mentor or a trader or a system, they're always going to lose until they get this, create a system themselves or learn from a mentor that really knows how to trade and teaches them. 90% of people are going to lose in the market. And that's why the rich people and the people that are good at trading are going to make a whole lot of money, because they got 90% of the people are losing. So they get all that 10% of people that know how to win and the academies that know how to teach people how to win. They're going to make all the money. So let's go to Trustpilot. And this gives you on Trustpilot a 4.6. A 4.6. So this is a good rating for, anybody. 274 reviews. There's one bad comment on here, or this might be like 5 or 6 or something, but mostly is a 4 and the majority is a 5. So we start looking at some of the stuff. Update to my previous review. Payout process went smoothly, paid out within 48 hours, as they say. Okay. So it pays out in 48 hours. Pick Think Capital because they're broker backed by Think Markets. Think Markets is one of the biggest companies in the world trading. That's beautiful. Bro, I got my first 5K payout last week. No issues, no delays. Very quick response in the chat. Yeah, the chat talks to you really quick. Maximum lot size for a $50,000 account. So they make it so you can't just lose your account on like one trade usually. You could if you stay in a trade long enough, but they make it so you can only trade a certain amount. So you can't go in here and make a trade and beat the thing in like 10 seconds. They're going to make you have the right lot sizes and stuff like that, right? So here is our Think Capital. And if you guys, I'm going to send the link after this call. I'm going to go ahead and send the link. If you sign up with that link, then I'll be the one that can help you. Like you'll talk to support yourself. I'll show you how to guide through this system. But if you need me to help you talk to the support with you, I could do that, because it's like that link that I have is like you signing up, under the academy. I don't own this thing, right? But it's like I have an affiliate link with this company, so they kind of respect me because I got a lot of people under me into this business. So they say they'll prioritize me more than they'll prioritize just one person by themselves. Because why? Because I'm bringing them business, and I have an academy, and they could check me out online and see how many people follow me and stuff. And they'll say, well, we want to go ahead and cater to this guy. So in the system, they'll have something that says that about me signing in and talking to them about somebody that gets in because of me. But I have no liability. I didn't create this system. I don't make anything off of it. I just make a little bit of percentage for bringing somebody to them. That's it. All right. So that's Trustpilot on Think Capital. It is great. 4.6 is excellent. It's like if you went to a restaurant on Yelp at 4.6, it's going to be some good food. So Think Capital, we'll click on this just to look at stuff, but don't sign up right now. Just wait for me to give you the link so you can be part of our academy under this. But here we go. We're looking at stuff here. And what do we want? when I send you the link, we want to sign up under Lightning Challenge. Dual challenge means that you got to beat the test 2 times before you can get to real money. Well, if you already beat the test 1 time and you're in money, like on this phase, if you beat it once, you're in the money. And now the second time you beat it, you're actually pulling out the money into your account. That's where you want to be at. You don't want to be taking test after test to pass. You just want one test. It's the easiest one, Lightning Challenge. And then you're into real money, and everything you make after that, you'll pull in. The third one is called the Nexus Challenge. It's easier to beat these challenges because they're lower percentages for you to beat them, but you got to win 3 times before you're able to take out money. You rather win 1 time and take out money. Trust me. So what kind of way do we want to do? Right here, it shows you. You could buy right here for $2.99. What are we going to get? We're going to get a $50,000 account. If you want a $5,000 account, it costs $59. I got a 20% off coupon. You just put in Ramadan 20 right here. There's other stuff on the thing. This doesn't mean if you click on this and get the 25 or the 20% when I send you over the affiliate thing, this doesn't mean that now you became a Muslim, okay? It's just Ramadan 20. You're going to get 20% off. It's not saying anything about you being in a religion or anything. So here we go. $59 to buy $5,000. What do you have to do? You got to win 10% of that account. So over time, you got to win $500 to get to real money. Once you win $500, you're in real money. Now they're going to reopen the account up for you at 5,000. Anything you make, when you start making money, let's say you get up to $500 again, you could take that money out. You could take that money out. That's beautiful. Now, let's look at what can happen the wrong way. So in the daily, you can only lose 3% in your day. So you need to schedule that. That's why I always tell you, only allow yourself to lose 2% a day. So this is 3%. So you got to set your stop loss up at 2%, because in one day, 24 hours, you cannot lose the whole thing. And there's like a clock in the back office. Every time you take a trade, it resets the clock to 24 hours. Okay. You have to let that clock go down all the way 24 hours to get it to where you can start losing again, because you don't want to lose. If you lose 3% in one day, the account you lost, you'll have to buy another one. Okay. The maximum you can lose is 6% in this account. The maximum. So if you ever, lose 2% in one day, the next day you come back and lose 2%, the next day you lose 2%, then that account will close out and you're done. Okay, you could pay for the profit splits. You could pay a little extra to be at like 90%, but I think it starts off at like you split like 80. You get 80%, they get 20% of the real payout when it gets to that thing. Now, what does this mean right here? Payout frequency. This means that every 2 weeks you could get paid out. So once you pass the test, now you're in real money. Okay, now you go up. Let's say on a $5,000 account, let's say you go up $1,000. Okay, let's say you take out $1,000. Okay, you can't, if you go back up next week $1,000, you're not going to be able to take out $1,000 again next week. You got to wait 14 days from the last time you withdrew to get it again. Okay, this is the other way. If you want to beat it 2 times, you got to get 8%. You might as well just get 10% one time. Then to get 8% one time, and then come back and get 5% the next time, right? The only thing is you could lose 4% a day, and you could lose 8% overall. That's why people might choose this. This right here don't make any sense to me. Like, never. You could choose this one. It doesn't make sense either in my brain. I would never do this one either. I would only do this one, okay? Because by the time you get 8%, you should have almost had 10%. You only need 2 more percent, But right here on the third thing, you got to get 7%. Then you got to get 6% on the next test, then 5%. And you still can lose 4 and 8%. So this one should be obsolete. This makes no sense compared to this one. Okay, because why? Before you get to real money, you got to basically go up 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 5 is 18. You got to go up 18% to get into real money. Okay, right here, how much do you have to go up? You got to go up 13%, 8 and 5 to get into real money. You rather just do 10% and getting the real money. Okay. And just know how to do risk reward stuff. Let me see. Does anybody, I'm just looking at what firms are we using now? Link Capital. Good question, Pablo. And this will be in a video. So this is what's good about, this type of broker. A lot of brokers don't even do a one-step challenge. They don't do the Lightning One challenge anymore. Most brokers don't do that. So other ones don't have that, and they don't have a 3-step challenge because nobody should ever take that. So other brokers don't have those options. They just have the 2 where you got to beat it 2 times. Let's see what else. This is broker backed. This is backed by a big company. See, there's a lot of companies that aren't backed by big companies. So somebody like me can come in and make $1 million off of this, and they might need to shut down because somebody came in and basically took all the funds, right? But this broker right here is worth billions of dollars. The Think Markets, they're huge. So they're not going to just come out one day and say, oh, we lost all our money from somebody winning. U.S. customers are allowed. Most are not allowed. U.S. customers are not allowed in most of the ones, right? Trade from what? TradingView. So you could basically set this up, sign in on your TradingView, and then, you could set it up so it automatically trades for you through TradingView. Every time it says, sell or buy, you could set it up like that. It takes somebody that knows how to use computer programming to set it up like that, but you could also just trade from TradingView. It can make it easier for you. But their way that they trade, their back office is really simple. Withdraw profits to personal trading account. What does that mean? Coming soon to non-US customers. So United customers can basically withdraw their profits to the personal trading account. So you can send your money to, another account that has real money in it. But you can send it to a bank account. I would take out this money in crypto. It's just the laws of America are different when it comes to crypto. So I would pull out any money that I'm trading with crypto, and then you could basically take that money and put that into your bank account through Cash App or Chime or PayPal. There's all kind of ways. The simplest way is to take the money out and put it in, a crypto broker, a wallet that basically is linked to your bank account. You could take it out, put it in Coinbase, that's centralized. I would rather pull it out in a decentralized crypto account like a Exodus or something else like that. But each his own. But the simplest way is to pull it out to your Cash App in Bitcoin, and then you basically sell the Bitcoin in Cash App. You create it to cash, and then you have it, and you got a card that you can use, an ATM card, to buy everything with that. Or you, from Cash App, once you turn it into cash, you can send it right to your bank account. So this is the one that we chose, and I'll send you guys a link out later. You want to get the Lightning Challenge. The first time you get this, I could help you guys spend some time with you on understanding how to purchase this Lightning Challenge one. But which one would you challenge? 5,000 is going to cost you $59. You have 20% off too. So that means that this is going to cost you like 40 something dollars. Okay. $25,000. I think that everybody in their trading career, even when you start, I wouldn't even want you to get this when you start. I want you to do demo trading first. But once you understand how to push buttons and you're starting to make money, then it makes sense to do this. Instead of just losing your real money, it makes sense to buy one of these. $25,000 account, and basically 20% off of this would be $160. So you'll pay like $160. You'll have a $25,000 account. Now, 2%, 1%. 1% means that you're willing to lose what? $250. So you can set up your take profit and stop loss at $250, or 2% would be what? $500 you could lose. Right? To win this trading right here, 10%, that would mean that you got to go up $2,500, which is pretty simple to do. It should take you no less than a month to go up 10% if you're just using the bot every time you trade and trading with me in the morning. It's very, very simple. So that's for people that that have low income but really want to trade. You're spending $150 for the academy. You're spending $199 maybe a month on this right here. your total bill to make money is about $150, $200 right here, which is $350. Now, what would you want to make on 2,500 account a month? You're trying to make at least $1,000 to $2,500 a month. That means that you're trying to make like 5 to 10% a month on this account. That's it. It's very, very simple. And now you spend $350 a month for your whole trading. You have an account now that can make 1,000 to 2,500 very simply. And, think about if you hit that one time. If you hit just 5% of this account, let's say you go up 10%, and then the next month you go up 5%. Now you made $1,000 trading, and you're only paying 300 and something dollars a month. Well, you're not even paying this again. You're only paying 150 a month at that point, and you already have this account. Now, this account doesn't go bad after you pull the money out. It just keeps on going, and you build it back up, and then you pull out money again. That's a good one. Now, for people that have a little bit more money, I would advise them to do a $50,000 account. That's $299, which would be like $240 basically. Now you could basically make $5,000 a month on this account. This is for people that want to pay like their mortgage, or you want to pay all your bills and things, like you want to pay your rent and you want to pay all your groceries and all, your car and everything. Some people, $5,000 would take care of all their bills. And now the job that they have is being able to be saved because they're not on bills, and they're being able to go travel and stuff like that. So for this kind of account right here, this is for the people that want to make like $2,500 to $5,000 a month. Now, when you get into this $100,000 area right here, this is for people that have, some spare change around. $500 might be nothing to them. $5,000 might be a lot to your family, right? But it might be something that you have saved up together and you want to really, boom this out. Once you learn how to trade, probably take about a month or two to learn how to push the buttons. And then after that, let's say after 2 months, then you get into this account right here to where you're spending, $400 to get this account because it's 20% off right now. And you're able to trade $10,000. Now, what is that going to do? That means that at 5% a month, for you to win, you're going to be making $5,000. $5,000, $5,000. Well, that's what everybody needs to pay a lot of their bills, right? But there's some people that have higher bills. They got mortgages. They got stuff, they want to fix the roof. They want stuff like that. So when you're trading $100, you're looking to really make what? $10,000 a month. And I don't care who you are, unless you're like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or something, $10,000 a month extra for trading, an hour a day, 4 to 5 days a week. You're spending, think about this, you're spending 4 hours a week. I spend about 5, I'm going to be, totally transparent. I spend about 5 hours a week or more sometimes. Sometimes when me and LaCon are just sitting around, the bot will go off on Telegram and I'll take the trade real quick. And I just set up a take profit and stop loss. So that's like me looking at this and taking 2 minutes of my time to put in the trade. And if it goes up, I win. If it goes down, I lose, or vice versa. And that's it. I don't look at the trade all day. LaConna was looking at my trades yesterday. I was like, babe, I don't want to get out at that amount. I want to just let the thing, get me out when it gets to it. I'm very patient with trading because I've been doing it so long. So what is this saying? 4 days a week, let's say 5 days if you're a master trader, 5 days a week times, well, we already know what that is, times 1. Anything times God is itself. So if we put 5 people or 6 people and we times it by God, then it's always going to be itself, because God is going to be inside of us if we're believers. But I love that part of it. 1 times 1 times 1 is God, the Father, the Son, the Holy. Okay. But okay, here we go right here. I'm always the pastor first. Always remember that. 5 times 1 equals what? 5 hours a week. So 5 days a week, I'm trading 1 hour a day. That's 5 hours a week. Okay. Now times that, and there's 4 weeks out of the month usually. And how much is that? That's 20 hours. I spent 20 hours trading this month. Okay. Let's just say I make $10,000. So how much am I making an hour if I make $10,000 And I got to times that by what? Or divide. Which one am I doing? Let's do divide first. That means that I'm making how much an hour? I'm making $500 an hour. So if you get $100,000 account for, that price that it was a second ago, it was like what? It came up to $400 for that. And you're making $10,000 a month and you're only trading 20 hours a day because you're just taking those trades from the bot, getting in, setting up your stop loss, take profit and walking away. Right. And you're only trading with me on this call in the morning for like an hour. We're running over right now because I love y'all, but for like an hour in the morning right here. And we only trade what? 3 times a week on this call, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that means that that's 3 hours. You still have 2 hours to trade. You still need to be watching some videos in the back office for an hour, and you need to be trading for yourself for an hour, I would think like a new trader should be trying to trade spending about 10 hours a week on this. They should be watching like 3 hours of videos, trading with me for 3 hours. That's 6 hours. And they should be trading by themselves for 4 hours, trying to figure out everything and pushing the buttons and getting ready to go. The more professional you get at trading, the less time you take because you're just using the tools. I don't got to study these trades no more. I don't got to sit here and say, is it going to go up or down and really study it like I used to? I could just see right here. I could look at the metrics. This is what Lakana, once I showed her this, she always wants to be on this, the metrics, but, I'm looking right here for a trade to be called. That's all I'm doing. I'm going over different times. It said it was going to sell right here and won this trade. That's all I got to do. I just got to look at stuff like that. It says right here, right? There's no trade on this one, but I can switch to US 30. And US 30 went down. That's the trade that we had, so we won. So let's see what it says here. It tells us right here at what? 5:30 in the morning to take a sale. And we would have won a lot of money. Let's see how much money we would have won if we would have took this trade. And Ricky could have did this because Ricky's in the East Coast. This is easy for him to take a trade an hour earlier. It's 10 o'clock his time right now. So we would have won $5,000 right here on this trade alone. Just this trade right here at 5:30 in the morning if we would have took it. Right? So all I got to do is look at this right here. I take this trade right here, 4-hour trade. It says to go up and I get out right here. $7,000 I just made off a $1 lot trade. Okay. That's all I have to do now is just listen to the Telegram. So the Telegram is right here and it's telling us all the trades, right? So we go to the bottom of the Telegram at 7:06. It gave us this trade for gold to go up. Okay, that's all we got to do. Very, very simple, right? This is what I used to have to do. I didn't just look at this. I had to go and look at all this information plus this information and decide if this is a good trade or not. Now I have figured this out with the Lord, gave me the strategy that figures it all out for you. And all you got to do is look at this for a buy or sell. Before I had to look at all this. What's this doing? What's that doing? And I got to measure it up right when it happens. I got to make sure that it happens right here and there. And all this stuff is going in the same direction. I don't have to do that anymore. I set up the bot to do that. But you can still learn how to trade like that. It's in the back office if you want to learn the strategy, right? All right. So that's about it, you guys. Very, very simple trading formulas for us. Everything's simple. We could have a broker and we could trade in the regular way that I just showed you guys how to trade in here. And we could also go to Think Capital and trade like that. 100,000. I don't tell anybody, don't even worry about a discount yet. Don't worry about a $300,000 account until you beat the $100,000 account. Once you beat the $100,000 account, because the average person comes in here and gets a $100,000 account. Okay, so when you get a $300,000 account, beat the 100,000, spend some of the money and upgrade and spend the money on this. Don't spend this out of your own pocket. This is $3,000 something dollars, right? You want to beat the $100,000 challenge. This what? $100,000 challenge is $500. You want to beat that first before you move up to the 300. Now, why would you move up to the 300 challenge. If you won $10,000, put back and buy this right here. Because now you're going to have $100,000 account and a $300,000 account. You could trade on both of them. And you could be riskier on both of them because the 100,000, every time you go up, you could cash out in 14 days. But this one right here, you take your time with this one and win this test and then build it up again. Why? Because if we're trying to make $10,000 a month off a $100,000 account, we're trying to make $30,000 off of this. And we're only spending $1,400 and we're making $30,000. Even if you make 5% on this account, you're making $15,000 a month. $15,000 a month is nothing to sneeze at, but $30,000 a month, how much is that? Let's go to $30,000 a month and let's see, because some people make about $40,000 to $50,000 a year. If we're making $30,000 a month, so you got to times this by 12, how much are you making? $360,000 a year. That means you're making $1,000 almost a day. $1,000 a day. 365 days in a year, you're making $360,000 a year. So $360,000 a year, now you're like a lawyer. You're a doctor. Right? But you're still, don't forget that you're only trading 20 hours a month. All you're doing is switching the lot size on a trade. You're using the same trading system, you're in the same academy for 150. Nothing ever goes up for you except for how much money you make. You're using the same system once again. You're trading for only 20 hours a month still, but now you're just changing what the lot size is. At $100,000, you're trading one lot size. At $300,000, you're trading three lot size. You're using the same trade, same everything, and you're just changing the lot size. That's how you make money. All right, you guys, God bless. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Text me if you need any information or if you're stuck or anything. Let's get you back rolling. And there's real money in trading. I just got to help you unlock how to really get this money. So now I'm teaching you about prop firms. If you don't have a lot of money to trade at first, you don't have $5,000 to get into a trading account. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Let's go over brief details. $5,000 to start trading, right? You could start out with $5,000 trading for $50, $50 to get a $5,000 account. If you want to make 10% on your money and all you really want to make is an extra $500 for your family, you could spend $50 and we can make that with you by you passing a test and then making that every month 10%. Okay. Now, if you put in $5,000 into account and you start trading and you start losing that, once you lost $50, you lost basically this whole $50 or $5,000 account, right? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So I want you guys to, start out the level you want to. I would tell somebody, like, once they know how to trade, to at least start off with the $25,000 trading account, because then you're trying to make $2,500. And I think $2,500 extra money in anybody account is going to help them. Right. So once you beat this and you get that $2,500, then you don't have to spend right here $199 again and buy another one of these. Now that I just made $2,500, let's say my second month, my first month, I beat the test for 10%. The second month I went up 10% again and I made $2,500, pulled that out. And now I'm winning. I got the trading system. I'm only paying $150 a month. Right. And then now I'm going, okay, well, I got $2,500. I paid off the trading system. And now I'm going right here. Bam, rock steady. I'm paying $500. I'm getting in here and I'm trying to make $10,000 a month. This is for people that want to be serious about trading. This account right here. Okay. And then when you get, more involved and you get that money from the $10,000, now you go ahead and say, I have $10,000. Let me spend about 10% to get this account right here. And let me try to beat this and make $30,000. Because once you start making $30,000 a month, you'll never look back. You'll be unemployable. There's no job that you can have that's going to pay you $30,000 a month. Now there's careers like being a doctor or a lawyer They'll pay you $30,000 a month. There's businesses that you can own that will pay you $30,000 a month, but there's no job in America, just a regular job that you could just come into a job and make $30,000 a month, unless you're some crazy programmer, or unless you're like a super specialist at something. All right. Right on, you guys. God bless. I will make this video for you guys, and I'll go ahead and put the link to this broker right here for you guys to go ahead and choose. Only choose a lightning round, and start out with the 5,000 if you want to. That's only $50. Everybody can kind of pull that together. All right. God bless you guys. Have a great day.